All right, CSS battle time for July 12th. Starting the timer. All right. There are a few ways we could approach this when Little Cat is not helping. My first instinct is to do a couple elements and then just a bunch of box shadows. So I'm not going to do that. I did see Seth Centers the Div here on YouTube do basically a Danish flag using conical gradients the other day. I'm kind of wondering if I can do that. Let's see. So I'm going to select my HTML. I'm going to make its background this color. And now I'm going to select my body. I want to make its background conic gradient. Okay, so it's working. So then I have to say circle. Nope, not a conic gradient. I'm thinking radial gradient. I don't need to say that at all. I say from 270, and it's going to be actually white, and then it's going to be transparent, and that's going to be to, I think it's 90 degrees in that case, and then 0. Okay. Also, that doesn't matter. Okay. Margin. I'm going to turn this off for a minute. I'm going to say background red. Margin, what's it going to be, like 30? 40? 40. All right, now I can turn that off. Comment that in. Now that's really confusing, but that's okay. All right. This is going to work. I don't know if this is going to work. I may have to do it differently. I may have to say 0, then this color again. This is going to be, that's 90, so the next one's going to be 180. And that one's 0. Obviously not. 270. All right, so I'm going from 270. From 270, which is here. I'm going 90 degrees with the blue color, no, with the white color. So it would be 90. This. Okay, clearly I don't know what I'm doing, but that's okay. All right, let's get rid of this for a minute, just so I can understand what's happening. All right, now we're starting at white color going 90 degrees. That's this segment. Then we're going 90, do I give it a second, 180? Yeah, that's what I need to do. Okay, now I understand. So I go from 270 from 270. I go 90. 90 to 180, it's transparent. 180 to 270. It's that. And then it's going to be transparent again to 0. Okay, that's better. And now I say 0 slash 100. And I don't think these are right. I'm just putting values in there so that I can start to see what's going to happen. Okay, so 200. So one's X and one's Y. This one's X, so that one's going to be... Okay, now we're getting somewhere close. It doesn't really look like we're close, but we're kind of close. Okay, that dimension is slightly off. Let's try 0 minus 10. It's really hard to see what we're seeing. Okay, minus 50. It's too much. 40. Okay, that's right. For at least this one is the right shape and size. None of the others are, but that's okay. All right. Hello, little cat. All right, so let's make this. Let's make this not work. That sounds like a good plan. 150. Okay, that changed my offset, which is fine. So now it's going to be minus probably nothing. Okay, now I'm too far, so minus 10 is close. All right, that's fine. I can position that all I want. The thing I need to get it to do is to repeat at the right interval. And I don't know if I'm going to get that. Wow. Hi, little cat. Do you need attention? Okay. Stay out of my face. Okay. To do that, I would have to cut it off. I'm changing its size, but I would need to cut it off, so I would need to position it differently. Can I position it differently at 50%, 80%? All right, let's look up how conic gradient works. Conic gradient from things from at. Okay, it's all one thing. It's not multiple things. So it's from 270 at. There we go. All right, that's actually somewhat close. 0. Nope. Minus 20. Okay, that's got this part right. It's got that part's too wide. So this needs to repeat less. Okay. That looks pretty close in that dimension. Now it just needs to go back. All right. Minus 210. No. 230. Oh, that's close. 225. That's not quite the right repeat. 220. 210. That's not 210. 210. 20. I don't think it's an offset problem. think 220 is the right. I mean, the vertical is also not right. What if I change this to 70? 80 was better. Is that thickness? The thickness of that is correct. All right, so it's repeat 80, too much 90, and then 0. That's going to be too far. 10. Release. Oh, so the repeat is wrong. Repeat 80. That's more consistently wrong. Okay, now I'm seeing that. Okay, 80 is not correct. We probably need to change to pixels. I don't know what the pixels are going to be. Let's start with 100. Let's start with 200. Not 2300, 200. Okay, that's too high. 80, 50. There, we're getting closer. Too wide right now. 40, 60. All right. Let's change that to 0. Okay, now the vertical spacing is correct. Now we just have to get that first one, and that's going to change the second one as well. So the problem is this. Let's not go minus 10. Let's try 0. Okay, so try to 10 there. Right. All right, spacing's again wrong. All right, now the problem is that the purple is not wide enough. So to change the purple not being wide enough, 40 pixels. Okay, that's too wide. 20 pixels, that's even worse. 80 pixels, 90, 100, 110. Yeah, purple's not wide enough. Let's go to 100. And then change this to 0. And that's an inch, I think. Let me push the button to make sure. And I'm going to start cleaning some stuff up. That took way too long. I can't get rid of that space. I can make this just 0. Why can I make that 0? Okay, well, minus 0 doesn't matter. And 0 doesn't matter. But evidently it can't be 0. It has to be 0, 0. All right. Getting rid of spaces. There is probably a better way to write this conic gradient, but I'm too dumb to figure it out today. And I'm at 14 minutes, which today is too long. So this is going to be what we have for today. One more space to get rid of. All right, it's not awful. I got to learn that I can position my conic gradient, and thanks to Seth for showing me the trick on conic gradients. See you guys next time.